What's up, my friends? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about a charger that is brand new. It just came out yesterday. You're getting a first look of it here on the Drone Camps channel. Yay me, tooting my little horn. Yeah, ToolKitRc has released something that you guys want. You said you weren't super keen on the M4 Pocket. This only does up to 4S. So you guys wanted something that would also do your 6S batteries. That could also be kind of a pocket-sized charger. Well, it sounds like they heard you, and they added a whole bunch of options in this. It has voice commands in here. It will do charging, discharging. It'll do tons of different types of batteries. We'll get more into that in a minute. But go ahead and just kind of leave this video playing and listen to the information about this charger if you want in the background or whatever. It's going to be like a sort of a mini podcast kind of. So we're going to talk about this, the M9. It's the charger that you want. It has all the functions that you need. It has a customizable voice alerts on here. Yes, you can customize it. Maybe I can make it say welcome to drone camps, which will be super awesome. You can change the welcome screen that shows up. It has a full color screen. It has an IPD display on here. It has 85-degree screen, which tilts up and down. I love the fact that they have the tiltable screen on there because, yeah, most of these chargers, they sit flat and that's it. And this is nice that you can sit it flat on the bench and tilt that up. It's a super narrow little screen too. So we also have a massive 600-watt output on here, 2 to 8S capable. You could also do 1S with a breakout board, and I have one that has actually an XT60 to a series of 1S chargers ports for PH 2.0, not the BT 2.0 connectors. You have to get the beta FPV version charger to do that, but you can also charge up to, hey, like 6 batteries at once with something like this. If you have never seen this before, this is just a breakout board that could be a parallel balance charger and XT60 input there with your balance lead there, plugs in just like a battery would, the same type of connectors, and you're often charging like 6 batteries at once. So you have the option for DC input. You can charge it with some external battery plugged into it, just plugging in an XT60 to the input side, and you're off and charging in the field. So most of the time when you're charging up a 1300 battery, just like a 6S 1300 for example, you're only topping it off, so you're not actually charging it from dead zero all the way up. So something like a 5000 milliamp battery like that will last you quite a long time in the field. So we also have a lot of different types of multi-functions in here. We have balance charger. We have a watt meter built into it, which is super cool because I reviewed something by them a while back that was a standalone watt meter. So this is kind of cool. You can do motor testing with that watt meter, I believe, and you can do battery testing with it. It's a battery tester as well if you don't have it plugged into a battery. For a power input, it'll show you what your battery levels are. Signal source, you can check out PWM. For outputs, you can check out PPM and S-bus channels. Very cool that you can check all that. And it also has DC output, and it will do signal testing as well for S-bus, PPM, and PWM for airplane type functions. So we have a 2.4-inch screen on here. I'm going to go ahead and unbox this. And also, by the way, it has a power output on here. This power supply can be powered from 1 to 35 volts, it looks like. So I'm going to double check on that a little bit later in the review. But man, it'll charge up to 20 amp at 600 watts, boys. So let's go ahead and open this up. Let's do the unboxing here. On the back, it has some specs about your measurements for testing. It tells us how big the screen is. It's talking about the battery types, so standard LiPo, LIHV, LIFE, Li-ion packs, LTO at 1 to 8S it says, and it'll also do nickel metal batteries, so you can charge pretty much all of your batteries with this. It's like the last charger you ever need here. And I've talked about that before. ISDT had released some chargers that were kind of like that. Duo chargers I love. I would like to see this thing had 2 ports, but I can still use a parallel or a balance board and I can break out. So this is the first look at it right here. It's got the microphone on the front. It's got an SD card in here for firmware updates, and they actually include one, which is super cool. So the cool thing about these chargers is that, yes, you can get firmware updates for them. Sometimes when they send me a brand new one, I've already got a firmware update as it gets to my doorstep. So they're super fast on these. We have our input right here, and it looks like 7 to 35 volts, so it's pretty close on the specs. Sometimes the specs online that you see do change. We have a little jog wheel here and a push button, also another selector there. It says Multicharger 600 watt, 20 amp, 1 to 8S. That's super awesome. Here's the flip screen. Ta-ding! Will it go all the way vertical? Almost. That's pretty cool. And all the way back down, all the way back up. It's got a little finger slot there. That's cool. And wow, that screen is pretty thin. Look at that. Nice full-size fan in the side there. And in the front, we have the output for positive on that side, negative here. 2 to 8S on the balance board. Type C. We have the USB-A side there. It doesn't say what kind of charging rate that we have there. It's probably something like 3 amp, I'm guessing. But let's go ahead and plug in a battery and turn this baby on. I could plug in a 4S battery or even up to a 6S battery. I'm not going to do that right now though. I'm just going to plug in a nice old school 3S battery and let's see it. Oh my God, did you see that? I got to do that again. Did you see my face come up on this thing? They customized this thing. It was all sealed up in the plastic, and check this out. Drone Camps RC.
Welcome to ToolKitRc.
Welcome to ToolKitRc. I got to change that to Drone Camps RC. That is pretty cool, you guys. My face came up on a charger. That's the first time in history that I've seen my face on a charger. That's crazy. So, okay, yes, it is customizable. You can add your own quad picture on there, your FPV pilot name art. That is too cool. Okay, I'm easy to impress, all right? I'm sorry. I'm gonna go ahead and plug in an R-line 6S battery, and I'm sure we'll get a reading right away. Negative all the way on this side, so you wanna plug in your batteries just like this. So we're gonna plug this in. Then we're gonna plug in the XT60 here, and voila.
Battery connected.
Oh my God, it's still talking to me. That is super cool. Voice prompt. So let's go ahead and start at the top of the screen, guys. We have P1 there, 11.78 volt. That is my external battery right there. So just bring it a little closer so you can see it. We have the wattage not happening right now. We have the current temperature in the C rating, and it doesn't show that the fan is spinning up at the top, but it does show the current voltage of my 6S pack, which I just ripped for you guys yesterday. You guys saw the freestyle video of the Mark V. We have the time elapsed here, the milliamp put into the battery, the current amps, and down here we have the 6 cells and the total voltage down at the bottom. See that? That's cool, the total voltage. So let's go ahead and click that top button first. Let's see what this one does. Click this. It makes fun little noises. Sounds like a video game. Okay, I'm gonna press the next one down here. And, okay, start, right? So it's auto detect right now. So for the newbies out there, auto detect is really cool. So cells, it's reading out, and I'm probably gonna turn that off because, I don't really need to have it saying every single thing that I'm scrolling through. But yeah, if you were visually challenged though, that would help people. If you didn't have glasses on, that would be a big help. So I'm on mode right now and it says charge. I can also do discharge, I can do storage, and that little button right there, I bet it's the back button. Yes, it is. So press and hold that. Jog wheel gets me into the start menu. Now I can end voltage, it's gonna be 4.20, but I believe this is an HV battery, boys. Yes, it is. So let's go ahead and turn that up to 4.35, and actually it won't let me because I'm in LIPO settings. So you have to change it to LIHV there to be able to go up to 435, because for HV batteries, 435 is the top ending voltage there. So it will let me go above that, but you should just keep it right there. So 435.
4.35.
That's pretty cool. So what I think, yes, thank you. What I'm wondering is, once we get started here, will it give me kind of voice prompts and announcements as this battery is charging? Let's check it out.
Charge to 26.10 volts.
Okay.
Charging starts.
Yay. Awesome. Okay, so let's check out the jog wheel and see what kind of information we get in here. I'm charging at 2 amp. And this is my amp on this side. It's my current voltage, and I'm charging from that big 5000 pack sitting back there. And let's go ahead and turn the wheel. And right now it shows the voltage being put into individual cells, the current voltage down, the total voltage, and it gives us, that is information that some people do want, but I don't really need that myself. Okay, so we can go long press there, and you can change the current while you are charging. So if, you know, if I wanted to turn it down, I was feeling a little bit nervous about 2 amp.
1.5
Ampere, I like it. Okay, so we're gonna turn it back up to 2 amp.
2.0 ampere.
I love it. So let's go back out again. I'm getting kind of used to those little kind of video game noises. I kind of like that. It sounds like my little Mario characters jumping or shooting those fireballs. You guys remember that? So I'm going to go ahead and stop this, and we're going to go back into the menu. Let's try to get into the system menu. Let's long press, and there we go. Now, if you long press the jog wheel, it'll take you into the system settings. So input settings here, we have power select, auto, power type. We have the adapter. We can change that to battery, because that's actually what I'm doing here. So we'll leave it on battery. I'd like to have an adapter. I think I have one somewhere. So max power 850 watt, max current 25 amp. Wow, voltage range 7 to 35 amp, 35 volt. Security, okay. Safe internal temperature, don't rise above 80 C or it's going to cut off. That's cool, so it can't overheat. Safe time 200 minutes. You can turn that up or down. Doing really big batteries. I mean, because this thing will do freaking 8S, so it's kind of crazy. I never had to compete with a charger in a review before, but this is kind of funny. She keeps talking over top of me. It's like, you know, sitting at the table with a friend who just continually talks over top of you. So backlight, I'm going to change that. We're going to bring that up a little bit. There we go. You guys can probably see it a little better now. Bring it up to 10. Operation volume, let's turn her down a little bit to low. Announcement volume, low, cool. Warning volume, medium. We'll leave that on medium, that's kind of important. Language is English. Oh, we get to change the theme style to light or dark. Cool, I like the dark one. You guys like the dark one?
Dark.
Dark, I'm down with that.
Battery
Okay.
selection.
Battery selection off, continuous work completed.
Balance.
Balance start, volume always, default. You can go back to the defaults and the serial number, ID on there, in case you have to file a warranty claim. Maybe they have a warranty, I don't know. So there's the dark screen mode. So you guys have pretty much seen most of the functions that this charger will do. Outside the special features that this charger will do, in the front right there, you can do your signal testing. So if you're doing PWM or whatever, we'll try to do some more video on that a little bit later. The watt meter is great. The battery meter, the DC output up to 35 volt is great. Signal tester for S-Bus, PWM, and PM is also nice. And it does all of the batteries that I need to charge. So I'm pretty happy with this one. Double check on the price for you guys. $79. So as this one sits, it's $79. Also check out the link down below for an AC adapter, because they make an AC adapter that fits into this XT60 right here. It goes out to the wall, and you can make this one a dedicated bench charger, which this one is going to be my go-to charger for the first quarter of 2022. So the 222s, I'm looking at the M9 for my main everyday charger. I think this is going to be a great everyday charger, you know, as long as I have my balance board here. And again, this plugs in just like a regular battery with the balance port and the XT60 there. So I think so far that, you know, this is a great release from Toolkit. I would, if you don't already have like a rad charger for under $100, I think this one is really pretty sweet. So I'm gonna go ahead and stop that now. Let's go back to
Charging stop.
it was already stopped. Okay, so yeah, you can check this one out in the link down below, guys. I won't drone on forever about this one, no pun intended, but I'm trying not to make, you know, one of those 20-minute videos today. I'm almost at 15 minutes now, so I'm gonna go ahead and sign out. You can check out all the newest Toolkit links down below. If you buy from me, I always get a kickback, and that's freaking awesome. If you wanna sign up for my Patreon as well and help out the channel and my family, that would be freaking fantastic. So all my favorite chargers, and including my favorite 1S charger, link will be down below as well. And the accessories that you can get to go along with the M9 is freaking sweet. So yeah, first look, and I'm loving it for 80 bucks. It's my go-to. But please do subscribe, guys. Take care. Hope you enjoyed checking out the M9. I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.